Today's video, we are going to show you what we do in the summertime sometimes. And today we are going to can green beans and do freezer corn for the freezer. Here is my helper, bringing in the tomatoes. Those are for later.
Still in my jammies.
The girls are snapping beans for me. So that is what we're working on right now. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little update. I learned this trick from YouTube actually, and it works awesome. So I have cooked this corn. I do 2 at a time, and so I do 3 minutes on one side and 3 minutes on the other side. And then you cut off this end, and you squeeze it from this end, and it gets very hot, so be careful. But you just keep squeezing, and it pulls all the silks out from this end, and sometimes you get stubborn ones. But you just keep squeezing, and then it pulls all the silks off, and you might have 1 or 2 stray little silks, but it's way easier than shucking all the corn, and it's already cooked. So we're doing that. I have all of the canning jars in the dishwasher right now for a sanitation cycle to sterilize the jars, and that's where we're at. Okay, here's where we're at. This has all been cooked in the microwave and then taken out of the husks, and then I use this nifty little shredder thingy. Don't mind the kids, they're playing guns or something. And then it goes in here, and then since it's already cooked, I don't need to blanch it on the stove or anything, and so then I'm putting it into Ziploc bags, and it will go into the deep freezer in the garage. Then here's our beans. We got, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 beans. And sometimes, they're still really hot, they're even bubbling. Sometimes you have a mishap, and like this one, the seal must have not been good because most of the water boiled out of it. And so that wouldn't be good to keep on the shelf. And so we'll have that for dinner tonight. But that's what happens with canning sometimes. You have mishaps, and that's okay. It's still good food, we're just not gonna put it on the shelf. And then here are the tomatoes that we're gonna can. These are not ripe enough yet, so we will keep these, I don't know, 3 or 4 days maybe. There's that table and this table. And then once those are ripe enough, then we will can them in the pressure cooker, just like we did the beans. Okay, here are all our tomatoes done. I got 14 quart jars, and then I ran out of steam and just froze the rest. And I think I got 6 bags of frozen tomatoes, which I think it's about the same as this. So I could have had 6 more jars, but I just ran out of steam and I ran out of lids, and I didn't want to go to the store. And for breakfast this morning, the kids love these. It's hash browns and eggs and milk, salt and pepper and cheese, and sorry, my phone's doing something weird. And then you put it in, which I have this griddler, which I love, and it has the waffle iron plates in it. And so you put it in there, and it makes this crunchy hash brown, yummy stuff. So that's what we're doing this morning. So I have finished canning, I think for the year, what I'm gonna can or freeze and put up. I normally do pears, homemade canned pears. I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet this year. I have not decided. I still have a couple jars left, and pears are a lot of work, like seriously a lot of work. So I don't know if that's gonna happen yet, but I thought I would give you the totals of what we did, and then I'm gonna show you my kitchen and pantry. I'm gonna start at my slider. I finally found a curtain option thanks to my sister-in-law. These are just canvas drop cloths, and then I folded it over with the rings. I love them. They keep the sun out off of the floor, and I like how neutral they are. They just kind of blend into the wall, and that's kind of what I was looking for. And don't worry, our slider is screwed shut because we haven't put our deck on yet. And I didn't get a whole lot of footage of us doing the actual canning because this is what we have been doing while I've been canning, which is putting in seeding, mulching, raking our entire yard. And this is just our backyard. So we still have the whole front yard. It's done now, but that's what we've been doing with our time. So here is my kitchen. I love it. People have asked me if I like the butcher block, and I absolutely love it. I will say though that I am very happy that I decided on a solid surface island, because it is really nice to have a spot for really messy stuff, really wet stuff, and hot stuff, even though I still use hot pads because I just can't, I don't know, I just cannot set it on there. That's just me. But I love the countertops. It doesn't bother me by the sink, all my dirty dishes. I just kind of keep it wiped up, you know, where the water splashes here, and then I will re-oil it every so often. But I love my little sign. I'm really happy with my backsplash and dark grout, and I always wanted white shaker cabinets. And while my latches are sort of annoying, they're so cute, I don't even care. So I love the latch, and I'm happy that I chose them. And then here's my antique door. I did get the chalkboard paint on it, and I still need to rough up some of the white to kind of make it look more antiqued. But the kids have been having fun. I plan on having like actual menus or sayings on there, but the kids have just been having fun with it. And then I like my push plates I picked out. Those are fun. And they make the door alive. I really like it. So here's my double oven, and all the rest of my appliances are KitchenAid, but KitchenAid does not have a slide-in double oven. You know, a slide-in doesn't have the back here. I wanted the subway tile. I didn't want it with the back. I wanted all the controls on the front. And so the bottom here is convection, and the top is just regular. And I don't know, I do it the same way, same temperature. I don't know, I guess if I bake stuff, I try to do it in the bottom so that it's, I don't know, supposedly convection is better for baking. I haven't really noticed a difference, but so I have a lot of cabinets actually with nothing in them because I just don't have that much stuff to fill all the cabinets, which is a good problem to have, I guess. But here's my island. I swore after doing construction cleaning that I would never have a dark cabinet because it shows everything, but then I went ahead and chose it for my island. And I'm happy I did. It really is not that hard to clean. It's pretty good. This might bother some people. I like the trash out in the open because I hate opening up a drawer and having that trash smell hit you. So I don't know, it's hidden over here. I don't care. I like it open to just toss stuff in. But it would have been here, but I gave that up to have let's see if I can pull it out with one hand, my KitchenAid mixing stand. Oh, I don't think I can do it one-handed. Let's see. It's very heavy. Okay, there we go. So my KitchenAid sits on that. And then when I want to put it down, the latches and it stays hidden away, and it is awesome. I love it, and I'm so happy that I chose it. It's really cool. So here is the pantry, and I actually organized it all, so I thought I can show everybody now. But I love, 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 love my pantry. It's one of my favorite things about the house, but down there is where I keep all of our beverages and such, and you can see I'm getting ready to do a month-long grocery shopping trip. So we don't have very much food right now. The kids are complaining terribly, but here's all the half-open boxes of cereal that drive me insane because they always say they have nothing to eat, and then all the cereal goes to waste, and it's super annoying. But coffee stuff, that's all my teas. That's all my Trim Healthy Mama stuff. Baking. of this and this shelf right here is going to go out in my hutch, which I will show you in a second. I call that my Downton Abbey fancy dishes, but I like teacups and fancy dishes. So here's just kind of a random assortment of odds and ends. And then I love keeping my bottles all stacked like that. They're really easy to use. Here's 2 Tupperware shelves, and then down here, normally there's a big stack of paper plates right here, but totally out of those. My coffee, bread box, toaster. Here is lunch station, so that's where all the lunch bags go. This is like summer grilling stuff, utensils, all that stuff. Here's all my plastic bags and odds and ends, and we keep the pop cans to go back. We keep those in that bag. And then back here, there's some extra, which you can see I need paper towels and Kleenex and stuff. And over here, because I do month-long grocery shopping, this is where I keep stuff that the kids can't get into unless they ask me, to make sure that there isn't stuff on the other side that's already open. So that's really important when you're doing month-long grocery shopping, that you don't open up everything at once. So they have to ask to get onto this shelf right here. Here's all those annoying, like, I don't know, just annoying kitchen stuff, like the manuals to stuff and extra fridge filters. So I love having my appliance shelf for everything. I just grab it and take it out to the island. But my bread machine, that griddler that I was talking about, which is awesome, I love that thing, my pressure cooker, crock pot, what's that thing called, blender, all that stuff. Here is where, when I use something that I have canned, here is where I put the empty jars. And then everything else is just all my casserole dishes and stuff I don't use very, very often. My picnic basket, that was my grandma and grandpa's. I love that thing. Birthday candles, all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to give you a total. Here's where I keep all the canned goods, which you can see we are like getting really low on stuff. And here's all the pastas and such. But so this year canning, I did sun pickles. I think I got 5 quarts of sun pickles. We did green beans. I got 12 quarts of those. We did tomatoes. I got 14 quarts of those, plus I froze some because I just ran out of steam and I didn't feel like going to the store for more lids. Here's all my baking stuff, flour, sugar, that sort of thing. And then I'm going to show you my deep freezer where I keep a lot of stuff as well. So my deep freezer is out in the garage, and whew, look at that, kids. Ugh, look at that. This is what happens when you don't have a yard. All of the mud, always. So annoying. Here's our deep freezer. It's very beat up, but it works, and I love it. But an annoying thing about deep freezers is that you can't get to everything. So I actually watched a couple of YouTube videos, and they suggested just having 2 bins that you can lift out. And so that's what I did. This is where bread, I think there's some bagels, some non-bread, breakfast, there's waffles, that sort of thing. Down at the bottom is where I keep everything that I have put up for the winter. So those bags are frozen tomatoes. We have frozen blueberries that we went and picked. You can just see the jar down there. I do strawberry jam, where we go and pick the strawberries. And then we also do, we're lucky enough in Michigan to have lots of cherries, and so I did cherries, which are way down in the bottom, but sour cherries, and then I pitted them and put them in bags because cherry pie is one of the most delicious things ever, and to use like fresh cherries for it is awesome. But there's my bags of corn, some more tomatoes, and then in this this bin I try to keep just meat in, and so this is really all the meat that we have left until I go grocery shopping. So we're getting down there. Some more bread. I buy our bread in bulk and then just put it in the freezer, and it comes, when you thaw it out, it turns out perfect. I don't put it, I just leave it right in the bag, and it turns out perfect. Here is the hutch that I was talking about. So my mom found this for me. I think it was like $100. But I loved it except for the absolutely hideous color. So let me show you, I love this little thing right here. It's a little button. But this is the beautiful color that it was. And then somebody went, I mean, that is like beautiful. And then somebody went and painted this terrible color like blue and aqua and ugh. So I still have to repaint that. And that's just gonna be probably the color of the trim, maybe a light gray color. I'm not sure yet, but, and then these, I don't like these, so those are gonna be changed. But there's lots of room down there, and I'm gonna display my fancy teacups and such up there. Because obviously right now it is like totally clashing with my fern pictures. It's really bad. So I just wanted to give you a total of the last farmer's market run that I had done. I spent $53 and I got 14 quarts of tomatoes. I got 8 frozen bags of tomatoes, which I think each bag is probably about a quart. So I got 9 bags of corn, which I had done 60 ears of corn, which is a bushel at my farmer's market, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 9 bags of corn, sweet corn, is a lot. And I'll pull those out for special occasions. Like we'll probably have some at Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter. It's just a special treat. And then I did 12 quarts of green beans. And so for $53, that's a lot of food. And I will use, the tomatoes especially are awesome for chilies and stews and all that sort of thing. So I'm very happy with what I spent, what I got for the money. And I know it's a lot of work, but there's something very satisfying about canning your own food. I don't know, I'm kind of old-fashioned like that, so I really enjoyed it. And I do enjoy it. I love teaching my girls how to do it. So that's what we've been up to the last week, I guess. And that's our summer's bounty. And I think I'm done. I don't think I'm doing pears, but I could change my mind. I don't know. So thanks for watching. I would love for you to subscribe and share. And just let me know if you like to can, what sorts of things you like to can. And what sort of things you like to put up in the freezer. So we will talk to you soon.